Last night when Mr. Rutvik Mishra dropped by, he dropped a few good things with me. The most significant one being the Sundara that I just compared with HiX 55. The next one is the Fiio BTR5. It's a excellent DAC amp, wired and wirelessly. It's a very good DAC amp to be precise, and is priced at around 9,000 rupees or 110 $100, and still is one of the best Bluetooth DAC amps in the market. And the second one is that I have for a long time, Shanling UP4. This is one of the best Bluetooth DAC amp one can buy for any price to be precise. There aren't many DAC amps that are competing with these things, neither the Shanling nor the BTR5. They are excellent on their own and are very good to be precise. Let's talk about how they compare with each other. And the third one is the Shanling UA1. This is a USB DAC amp. There isn't any Bluetooth about it, but I just have this to compare the BTR5's USB out, because Shanling UP4 only has USB out when you are using it with a PC. It does not work as a USB DAC amp with mobile phones, and that is a limiting point for this. But nevertheless, it does not really work with mobile phones when used as a DAC amp. It does show with the power amp that it is connected, but it does not work. The sound doesn't come out, and even in the manual, if you guys look into it, it does not show that it works with mobile phones. And that's the limiting factor of the Shanling UP4. It does not work with mobile phones as a USB DAC amp. It's a Bluetooth DAC amp. And to counter that, I have the UA1 that will be compared with the BTR5. BTR5 on its own is very good, excellent thing to be precise. AAC, Bluetooth, and everything else. It has its own volume, and there is a display which is excellent for a thing at this level. USB DAC amps do not have any display of any kind, irrespective of the price. This is the Hidees H1, which is a basic entry level USB DAC amp, USB and Bluetooth both ways, but it too does not have any any display or anything. So display on a USB DAC amp of this size has been really rare, and this is very good. This one has only LED indication that it's working, nothing else. But nevertheless, when it comes to Bluetooth sound quality, I'll have to say both these Bluetooth DAC amps are neck and neck. There isn't much separating them. This one is slightly louder, marginally around 5 to 10% louder than the BTR5. UP4 is the best DAC amp, Bluetooth DAC amp to be precise. There is no second opinion about that. It has slightly better notes depth and more depth to the stage. Both are very similar stage to be precise. This one is slightly taller, but this one is more deeper. This has better depth, and it feels more holographic, more 3D in every sense. This is good, but the BTR5 does USB too. We will look into the mobile app soon. But after we talk about the USB DAC amp thing. Now, just imagine that you are fed up with the Bluetooth quality of the BTR5 and you want to go USB DAC amp. And does this compare with the UA1? UA1 is a technically better DAC amp, but BTR5 is no slouch either, but still then, the USB UA1 has better dynamism. Notes have better depth. They have much more freedom. They have much more space, and they express themselves without much problem. But with the BTR5, it really sounds very similar. The way it sounds with Bluetooth connectivity, it does not bring a lot more to the wide connectivity, even though it should bring a bit more dynamism to it, but it does not. That is kind of concerning, but nevertheless it does both, which the UP4 does not. UP4 is the biggest competitor of this, but UP4 does not do both, and that's the limiting factor of the UP4, and that's the plus point for the BTR5. You can go both Bluetooth and wired whenever you want to. Now, yeah, the UA1 has better dynamism and is a better USB DAC amp. Does not matter how you look at it. It has better dynamism, has better details, slightly bigger stage in every direction, slightly less taller but wider and deeper. It is very good for a USB DAC amp. There is no doubts about that. Now let's have a look at the app. Let me show you guys the apps. These things are really vital for a USB thing for sure. USB DAC amp. These are really vital when you are working around them. Charge. Just look at the Fiio one. This is, just see how good it is. LED power off. You can set everything. There's a LED, and you can set everything, nearly everything. Menu option, select operation mode, idle power off 3 minutes. When in idle, it will power off, showing battery charge function. EQ does not ask you to do anything. There is audio setup, volume. You can control the volume from here to low pass filter. These are the filters. Look at it, has double the amount of filters UP4 has. I'll show you guys. DAC clock divider, yeah, that's the clock. There isn't anything we should be doing about it. This is pop, classic, jazz. These are the EQs. I haven't connected anything, but nevertheless, this is the USB app, and it doesn't bother you at all. It does not feel clumsy or lacking with options. This is good. This app is good. Just look at the Shanling app and you realize there isn't anything. What is in here? Nothing. This one asks you every time, play music. Okay, come on, seriously. Are we going to play something without that? Even if you should walk, believe me, you should not be concerned that I'm not playing music and setting the EQ in advance. You should not be bothering people with that thing. That's not really reasonable. And look at the filters. It has only 4 filters to work around and nothing else. Confirm, status, Bluetooth codec selection, nothing else. It barely has any option. Bluetooth control devices, barely has anything. Shanling should improve this thing. The app needs some work for sure. There isn't anything excellent about it. The app is just okay. There isn't anything special about this app. Just look at the app of the Fiio. It has a lot more options, volume and everything, low pass filter. It has double the amount of filters. It has 8 filters. That one has 4. Harmony compression, third harmony compression. You have the EQ that does not ask you anything. These things are really making this app look much better when compared to the Shanling one. Shanling is not a small brand anymore. It is much more versatile with its products, much more in line with Fiio now. But still then, look at the app. This is Fiio. Yeah, they are older and they have a much more mature and versatile app than the Shanling. Fiio is much better when it comes to this app thing. this should not be a point, but still then that's the user usability we are looking at, and that is not a bad thing by any stretch of imagination. Both are very good. This one is slightly lacking with clarity, details, and dynamism, but this one does not do USB out with mobile phones. It does work with PCs, but it does not work with mobile phones, so that's the limiting factor. And the app of the Shanling controller is bad. It is just simply bad. So that's that. I just compared one of the most versatile USB DAC amp slash Bluetooth DAC amp with two separate things, and yeah, I will not say don't buy the Fiio. I always does not recommend Fiio because I find them to be slightly lacking with the quality. But this time around, the Fiio is more versatile and saves you money, saves you time, saves you the extra effort, and that's a good thing. If you have any questions, fine, I'll try to answer them. Thank you for watching, guys. Have a nice day. Enjoy.